Hi, my name is Tessie or Testimony Adewale, and I will be speaking about my topic going on a crocodile hunt. Um, for my topic, for my modulus music, movement, drama, art, and drama, and it will be under the topic of dramatic play. And the reason why I picked this is because my my topic going on a crocodile hunt can be shown, which I will be talking about later, having a link to dramatic play because it is basically a role play story that children get to act out and pretend that they are in that story. So that is why I will be speaking about it. It's a story that I made up in class with in a group work setting. So, what is dramatic play? Dramatic play is when it basically involves imaginative thinking and problem solving, thinking behind the play, and also cognitive play. And so basically, dramatic play, imaginative play, cognitive, and problem solving. So dramatic play has a huge part in problem solving skills when it comes to children, which is very important for later on in life. So that means if a child is using dramatic play to play, you're basically helping them develop this very vital important skill, which you can be seeing in my story. There's a problem that was solved within the crocodile being able to be sleeping, and the children had to figure out a way to walk past without the crocodile being awake, and they were maybe saying shh shh shh, that kind of sense that they were solving the problem by being quiet. They were thinking about it, the cognitiveness thinking behind it, and they were thinking of a solution behind it. And the type of dramatic play is role play, which my story involves. My story is a role play kind of a story where it is something that a role play is something that you can use props for or acting. And in my story, you can either use acting or props, depending on what is available at that moment. You could use stuff like Play-Doh or maybe costumes or blankets, etc. The Play-Doh could be used as maybe a sand or a rock. It could be molded together. And the reason why I picked this is because I feel like it's a very enjoyable story that children will enjoy. It's very free given, meaning that they have a chance to even make up the rest of the story themselves if they wanted to. And now the description behind this is we could say this kind of story could take place in a park, in a classroom, in a let's just say playground, and you could use the resources around you. You could use a blanket, you could use rocks, you could play, so you could use sticks, you could use costumes. So basically this kind of storyline is not limited to only one place. Even if you don't have any props at all, you could still use it. And the best age rate that suits this would be the age either 3 to 4 to 6 years old, because they are more, it's more toddlers to young children, because they're more inclined to basically act it out and use dramatic play more than if it were for babies who would not be able to respond back to you um back that you would with dramatic play as you would want. It does not mean that they do not understand what might be going on. It just means that they would not be able to physically act out what you would want or what they would want. um and then why is it important for young children? It's important for young children because it also gives them a chance to be free with their imaginative thinking, because there is no set rules for the story or any of the stories at all when it comes to dramatic play. It gives them a chance to role play, which means they could role play to be a policeman, they could role play to be a firefighter, kitchen staff, whatever it could be. It gives them that chance to do it. And why would a child be interested in it? Because it's very free, it's very open, and they're in charge of that story. And then explain how this learning experience supports the EPOR. EPOR stands for embodiment, projection, and role. Um, Embodiment stands for children engaging in sensory and movement activities. Projection stands for children using puppets, dolls, or objects to symbolize imaginative or real situations. And then roles, being children becoming a character or taking on the roles of a person. So this would support it in a sense, because the benefits of that, actually, this is where it will tell you where it supports it. The benefit of it is it shows growth in independence and identity. It builds resilience through risk taking. So that's how it would actually benefit the children, because it is basically saying that when a child is doing dramatic play, they are learning independence, they are learning how to be resilient, they are learning these skills that are lifelong lessons through just doing the simple stuff like dramatic play. And they explain why dramatic play fosters creativity, and then linking it back to Duffy. Um, so, what are the characteristics of creativity? Would be imaginative, problem solving, or curiosity. Let's pick problem solving and curiosity. So, curiosity is making them think of what they would want to do with that play that they have picked. Number one, going on a crocodile hunt. What else could they add to the plot line? They would be curious about that. They would think of, with that curiosity, a problem would arise, and then when that problem arises, their problem solving skills get to show up, meaning that it is then giving them a chance to be creative. And then how does this list to Ashter? Ashter is about saying that children get the right to explore and basically be imaginative, and then also the sense of playfulness behind it. And the principle of Ashter is learning how to play, and especially in holistic learning. So Ashter basically ties back to holistic learning, which we learn with Leah, that holistic learning being that children learn through cognitive things and things around them. And then that also ties in with Vygotsky theory, which is pretend play is important because it helps children develop. And then that is also with Piaget, where he says group play is very important. And we know that dramatic play can also be played alone, but it's mostly played in a group setting where children are not only playing by themselves, but they're also playing in a group setting where they're able to mingle with their peers, and they're about to come together, where this child is thinking of something different, this child is thinking of something different, coming together. That helps them learn from each other, that this person's idea is not the same as this person. So that is all of today that I have learned, and I will be sharing with you for my CA number one. Thank you.